So overall for Reliance Capital, Q2 has been a very good quarter. The profits are at 327 crores, up 31%. This excludes a one-off adjustment for our general insurance business, whereby we strengthened our reserves by about 87 crores. But excluding that also, our profits are up on last year. If you look at in terms of total income, the company has shown an income of about 4,900 crores, up over 100%. So that has been contributed by all our businesses. In terms of if I look at net worth of the company also, that's gone up over close to 16,000 crores. Significant growth in terms of net worth. If I go through business by business, our asset management business has shown significant growth in terms of profits, nearly 20% growth in terms of profits to 147 crores. AUM has also grown at over 20%, and it's 1,83,000 crores. That's mutual fund assets under management. Again, within that, nearly 56,000 crores is from the equity side. Balance is mainly from retail debt side, again, which gives us high yielding income. We have about 1.5 million SIPs. From that, nearly 400 to 500 crores of income come in every month for the company, so nearly 6,000 crores a year. And we can continue to grow that. And below the top 15 cities, we are the largest players. If you look at total AUM for the asset management company, which includes not only mutual fund AUMs, offshore, managed funds, etc., and the EPFO and other coal miners pension fund, etc., which you manage, is 3,28,000 crores. Again, a huge figure. We are the largest asset manager in those terms. Moving on to our lending businesses, Reliance Commercial Finance. Reliance Commercial Finance mainly focusing on the SME, on the LAP side, and on the commercial vehicle segments. We have AUM of about 16,000 crores, growth of about 11%. And if you look at profitability, it's about 74 crores, growth of about 4%. If you look at our net interest margins, they're one of the highest in the industry at about 6.5%. In terms of our housing finance business, again, clear focus on the housing finance to grow that substantially. So this quarter also we've shown substantial growth in terms of AUM, nearly 9,200 crores of AUM, over 41% growth rate. Profitability also has about 32 crores profit, up about 4 to 5%. Here again, we are building and expanding our network. So cost to income ratio has gone up slightly because we want to open more branches, we want to recruit more staff, but obviously that will help to grow the business. And gradually our ROEs also start improving to over, today it's about 15-16%, it'll go to over 18%. If you look at the housing finance, again, clear focus remains on the housing segment, means housing loans, affordable housing, and a bit of a loan against property and construction finance. Moving on to our insurance businesses, our general insurance business, there we had significant growth in terms of our top line, means our gross written premium. Nearly 1,500 crores of gross written premium, up over 100%. Profitability also at 33 crores, up 11%. Now, if you take into account the fact that we provided additional reserves of about 87 crores for our general insurance business, for mainly on the motor third-party side, our profits are substantially at a substantially higher rate. Moving on to our life insurance business, our life insurance business has shown embedded value of 3,047 crores, up 12% compared to 1st April. So significant growth in embedded value, which means that we are focusing on quality business, product, and the good product base of traditional products. Total income, total new business, total premium has been at about over 1,000 crores. Persistency is over 61%. We have over 70,000 agents, and focus continues on the traditional products as opposed to unit-linked type products. Finally, coming to our broking and distribution business. In our broking and distribution business, at last, we've shown substantial profits. In the past, our profits were hovering around break even. Today, this quarter, we've shown a 21 crore profit. This has been contributed by our broking business, equity and commodity broking, our distribution business, as well as our wealth management business. And wealth management today, AUM is at about 3,200 crores. Finally, on our ARC business, asset reconstruction business, and asset reconstruction also, growth in AUM, AUM has grown to about 1,400 crores, and profits are at about 6 crores. Again, both have grown substantially compared to last year. So if you look at overall, all the businesses have shown growth in profits as well as growth in income. Moving on to some of the key changes which we are making in the companies or restructuring. If you look at Reliance Commercial Finance, which is now a division of Reliance Capital, is being slowly hived off into a separate subsidiary. That will happen by 30th of November. So it will be 100% owned subsidiary. We intend to continue growing that business. In our housing finance, we have made announcements that we will be, it's a 100% owned subsidiary. 51% would be held by Reliance Capital itself, and 49% of the shares will be given to the shareholders of Reliance Capital. And we'll continue to grow the business for the next 12 to 18 months on that basis. So we'll put in enough capital for the business to grow for the next 12 to 18 months. And after that, if they want to raise capital, they can go out in the market. Finally, on our general insurance business also, we own that business 100%. We obviously have been looking for a partner up to 49%, so we are in talks with a number of partners to see whether we have like-minded partners, as well as the valuations are on the correct side. So once that is completed, then we obviously like to complete that transaction. Otherwise, as from Reliance Capital perspective, Reliance Capital itself will become a CIC, core investment company. That means we'll be a holding company once all this is complete by 31st March, and all the companies will be subsidiaries under it. I think one other area of focus is that all Reliance Capital will be a pure financial services company, so all non-core investments, the aim is to try and exit them by 31st March. So that's a quick overview.